What if I told you that most businesses don't fail because they run out of money, but because they ignore three principles nobody ever teaches in school? Why is it that so many entrepreneurs work hard, invest time, energy, and still 6 out of 10 businesses shut down within their first 5 years? What actually separates average businesses from the ones that grow almost inevitably? There's an invisible structure behind every successful business, something that, once you understand it, completely changes the game. Are you building your business on solid ground, or on an illusion that's about to collapse? And more importantly, why do some people seem to win over and over again, while others are constantly putting out fires? In this video, you're going to discover the 3 core pillars behind successful businesses, and how to use them to transform your reality before it's too late. There's a dangerous lie that almost every entrepreneur has been sold. The idea that if you just work hard enough, your business will succeed. But let me ask you something honestly. How many people do you know who grind every single day and still don't get anywhere? The problem isn't a lack of effort, and it's not a lack of ambition either. The real problem is that most people are building their business completely in the dark. No structure, no direction, no understanding of what actually drives growth. And that's why you see businesses with great products failing, companies with strong ideas disappearing, talented people falling behind. And the most dangerous part, most of them don't realize it until it's already too late. Because effort without structure doesn't create growth, it just creates burnout. Now, when you look at any business that truly grows, that lasts, that scales, they all have one thing in common. They're built on something invisible, and that's exactly where the first pillar comes in. If a business doesn't make sales, it's not a business, it's an expensive hobby. The first pillar, and probably the most ignored by beginners, is sales. But not the way most people think about it. It's not just posting on Instagram, running a few ads here and there, and hoping someone buys. Because here's the hard truth, hope is not a sales strategy. Sales is a system. It's about clearly understanding who your customer is, what problem you solve, and how to guide that person, step by step, to a buying decision. Businesses that grow don't rely on luck. They build predictability. They know how much it costs to acquire a customer, how much that customer is worth, and how to repeat that process every single day. That's why some businesses seem like they're printing money, while others are begging for attention. And here's the fatal mistake most people make. They focus on the product, but completely ignore the sales engine behind it. And without that engine, any growth is just an accident, not a process. But here's what almost nobody tells you. Even if you start making sales, even if money starts coming in, if the next pillar is broken, everything still falls apart. There comes a point in every business where sales stop being the biggest problem and a new kind of chaos begins. Customers are coming in, demand is growing, and suddenly everything feels messy. This is where a lot of entrepreneurs get stuck, because making sales is just the beginning. The real game starts after the sale. The second pillar is processes, and here's the brutal difference. Average businesses rely on effort. Real businesses rely on systems. Processes are what turn trial and error into consistency, effort into efficiency, and growth into scale. Without clear processes, every customer becomes a new problem, every task depends on a specific person, and everything starts to slow down. And this is where many businesses break, even when they're making money, because the owner becomes the bottleneck. Nothing moves without them, nothing works without them, and growth turns into overload. Now, when processes are clearly defined, the game changes. You build something that is repeatable, trainable, and most importantly, scalable. This is when the business starts working. even without you. But here's the critical part. You can be making sales, you can have systems in place, and still lose everything. Because there's a third pillar that determines who survives and who doesn't. This is the point where many businesses think they're winning, but in reality, they're just a few steps away from collapsing. Because when money starts coming in and operations seem to be running, a false sense of control kicks in. Everything feels like it's working until the day it suddenly doesn't. Out of nowhere, cash starts running short, bills begin to pile up, decisions get confusing, and no one really knows what went wrong. And here's the scary part. This doesn't just happen to small businesses. It happens to companies that are making money, that are growing fast, that on the outside look successful. They don't fail because of a lack of sales. They fail because they don't understand their numbers. This is the invisible factor that quietly destroys businesses. No warning, no noise, no second chances. Ignoring this can cost you years of your life, your energy, everything you've built. And this is exactly where the third pillar comes in. This third pillar is what determines who stays in the game and who disappears. Finance, but not the way most people think about it. It's not just tracking what came in and what went out. It's about knowing whether your business is actually profitable or just moving money around. Because here's the truth most people avoid. There are businesses doing high revenue and still going broke. Why? Because revenue is not profit. And cash in the bank doesn't always mean financial health. Without financial clarity, you don't know if you can invest, if you should cut costs, or if you're growing, or just sinking faster. And that's why some businesses grow and die from their own growth. They sell more, operate more, but in the end, keep less. Now, when your finances are under control, you start to see the game for what it really is. You understand what actually drives profit where money is leaking and how to make decisions with confidence. And this is where everything comes together. Sales brings in money, processes sustain the growth, but finance makes sure it all makes sense. That's why some businesses seem to just work. It's not luck, it's not random, it's structure. And now you can finally see what most people never do. Now you understand, businesses don't fail because of a lack of effort. They fail because of a lack of structure. You've seen that it's not about working harder. It's about building the right way. Without sales, there is no business. Without processes, there is no scale. Without finance, there is no survival. And if you ignore any one of these, it's only a matter of time before everything falls apart. But now you have something most people don't: clarity. You can look at your business today and immediately see where the real problem is. So here's what you do. Identify which of the 3 pillars is weakest in your business. Stop trying to grow without fixing the foundation. Build one pillar at a time with consistency. Turn your business into something predictable, not dependent on luck. If you do this right, everything changes. Strong businesses aren't built in chaos. They're built on structure. If this video changed the way you see business, hit subscribe and comment the word pillars below. That way I know you're not here to just try. You're here to build something real. I'll see you in the next video.